Since his comedy career first kicked off, Wood has accomplished quite a lot, but this weekend might be his biggest stage yet. I met up with the comedian to learn a thing or two about writing jokes and the journey that led him to this major milestone.
I was raised in the South. I am a child of the South. Bury me in the South. But this is where it all started.
And you haven't been back here since you were like 1.
I've never visited this place as an adult.
Although comedian Roy Wood Jr. was born here in New York City, his childhood memories are of Birmingham, Alabama, the place he truly calls home. What was your childhood like?
You know, we lived on the west side of Birmingham and West End. There were gangs. There was a lot of, like, everything that you think the 80s was with White Flight and crack. It was around.
But Wood kept on the right path with the help of his mother, Joyce, a school administrator, and his father, Roy Sr., a highly regarded journalist who founded the first national radio network owned by Black Americans. Break that down for me. What was his mindset?
Anywhere where is Black folks in drama and guns, he will pull up.
His father survived reporting in war zones, but lost his battle with pancreatic cancer.
My father died my senior year of high school, and he was, for the most part, a significant part of the income in the house. We were a 2-income home. So I got a job. I started working at Baskin-Robbins. I was working at Subway. I was working 30, 35 hours a week.
Between all those jobs, Wood ended up earning a degree in journalism too, studying at Florida A&M University, FAMU, before he was suspended over stealing. So wait, let's talk about that.
You can't be stealing credit cards and selling stolen clothes on campus and think we just gonna let you continue your education. So FAMU set my ass down, but that's what I needed. And like once I got back in school, I was dean's list the rest of the way.
Wood recognizes the university may have believed in him more than he did himself.
Black children are told from an early age that they are disposable. And I think it is important to be in a place where there's people around you who can remind you that your life isn't disposable. Because a lot of those people will probably almost dispose themselves.
Y'all know some of these amusement parks up to like $4 for a sip of lemonade. $4. A sip. That was $47 right there.
The year that I was suspended from school, that's when I started doing stand-up. I don't know how blessings work, but I know that I was at a low, and I found something that was an outlet for being at a low.
The girl called me up. She's like, Roy, did you have on a condom? I'm like, yes, I had on a condom. She said, good, because I don't want to be stuck with your ass forever.
When I was in college, I'd take my joke book to church, and my mom used to get mad at me for doing it. So I would just write on the church program. Just premises would just fly in my head.
So a premise, like, you know, something you notice in church, something you notice in school?
No, just the most indecent thing you can, non-Christian thought you can have. And I would just be like, ooh, that'll be good. But I just look at it as God giving me that. I came to church to get my re-up on jokes. Like, that's a quick one-liner about interracial dating.
He's kept all of those joke books, some dating back 20 years. Here's one. Used to be a time on this earth you could give a Girl Scout $4. 3 months later, five UPS trucks pull up to your house. I gave a Girl Scout $4. She brought me back 6 Oreos.
Yeah, these ain't even Girl Scout cookies.
Please welcome Roy Wood Jr.
With time, his jokes only got better. In 2006, he made his national television debut on The Late Show with David Letterman.
You ever been on a date so bad the girl makes you drop her off at another dude's house? You ever been through that?
He followed that milestone as a finalist on NBC's Last Comic Standing in 2008, and eventually landed stand-up gigs on Comedy Central.
If you want more people to stand for the anthem, change the song. That's half the problem right there.
Now, 25 years into his career, Wood is in his prime. He's a father to 6-year-old Henry and a correspondent on The Daily Show.
Which city treats black people the best?
Boston!
It's Atlanta, actually.
Which he guest hosted earlier this month after Trevor Noah's sign-off in December.
Look at that outfit. First day of court, he in a suit that don't even fit. Why would you do that? Gwyneth Paltrow showed you the cheat code, boy. You got to dress like you don't give a
If they were to offer you the job, what would you say?
If I'm offered an opportunity to have a direct line to Americans every night, 4 nights a week, you can't say no to that offer. Also, I already live here, so
It's easy.
I know the commute.
A love for laughter has led Wood to perhaps his biggest milestone yet, being the entertainer of this year's White House Correspondents' Dinner. When we talk about legacy, that'll be something that you'll be able to point to for your children and for your children's children.
It's an honor to speak and crack jokes on top of that, next to the president. But I think it's an even bigger responsibility to be able to talk directly to the people in the room that are pushing against a lot of the things that keep America from moving forward. Because I think the job of comedian is to be the voice of the regular person.
Being the voice for others. A lesson learned from his father. Do you think that he would find this a moment to applaud?
I think my father would be proud, but I think he'd be even prouder if I go up there and make sure that I'm talking about something real. Because when you have the microphone, you better have something to say. You just may not get it again.
Oh. Wow, goosebumps.
Right.
Yes.
You should mention you can catch Roy Wood Jr.'s special commentary mic drop on BET News Magazine, American Black. The show is a partnership between BET and CBS News. But
I think he's going to kill it. And
Oh, yeah.
So many are pulling for him.
Yeah.
he is such a thoughtful, he's
Clearly.
funny AF, right? We were all laughing
Right.
through just those little snippets that we played
You said he's
of his
funny
comedy.
AF?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Funny as fuzz. Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Got
Yeah.
it.
But there's this undercurrent of thoughtfulness
Yes.
and earnestness that it's very rare to encounter in somebody who makes a living making people laugh.
Yeah.
And now knowing this story, you know exactly where that came from. His father.
Yes.
Right?
A legend. This is a man, his father, who went to Vietnam to cover war zones and would come back and tell people what the experience for those soldiers and sailors and Marines was like here in the United
But
States.
I love Roy's delivery and his facial expressions. And clearly you see he's on a mission. He has a game plan. And I think that he's so ready for this moment.
I think
This
he's
is
ready
big,
for this
as you
moment.
said, Nate, this is a big deal.
Huge.
We'll all be there Saturday.
We'll all be
We'll all
there
be there.
Saturday cheering him
Be at the
on.
show, Roy.
Yes, and the point that he makes, it's an honor to be there with the President of the United States, but it's
But
more important that he
something to
recognizes there are people in that room who are
Yep.
pushing against things that keep America from moving forward.
And he has something to say.
And when you have the microphone.
Well
that's
done,
something to
Vlad.
say.